Welcome, folks, to the Community Spotlight, the program that features our young people in positive ways. Hi, my name is Peggy Hoffman, and we would like you to know the Community Spotlight is supported and sponsored by the following people and businesses: Sierra Microwave Technology, Troy and Mary Rodriguez and Sierra Microwave, based in Georgetown, Texas, designs and manufactures microwave components for space, military, scientific, and commercial customers. Troy and Mary are big supporters of Community Spotlight and our Georgetown youth. Regner Realty and Mr. Dale Hoffman, a local realtor serving your community. City of Georgetown Utilities, dedicated service from the City of Georgetown community-owned utilities. Jim Briggs and his staff are working for you and our community of Georgetown. Jim and community-owned utilities are involved and financially supports the youth of our schools. First State Bank, Georgetown's only locally owned and operated full-service bank. Other banks have branches in Georgetown. First State Bank has roots. Go by and ask for Barry Haig. He looks forward to being of service to you. Also, Pit Barbecue. Remember, picky people pick the pit. Lastly, David Collision Repair. Larry David and his staff have been in business since 1978. And Larry says we don't just remove dents, we remove doubts. David Collision is Georgetown's preferred collision repair shop. Stay tuned for additional sponsors, and yes, you can be a sponsor too. Last but not least, we want to give a big thanks to Dale Hoffman, Dr. Bill Farney, Dr. Ted Coy, Jim Briggs, Stan Malden, Curtis Hoffman, Aaron Clow, and the other many volunteers that make our Community Spotlight possible every week. And now, back to the game.
Well, it's kind of, it's supposed to be down there, isn't it?
Please remain standing as Liberty Battalion exits the field.
Again, I guess.
Welcome everybody to Georgetown Independent School District Stadium and Berkelback Field. This will be the first home football game for the Georgetown Eagles versus the visiting Waco Lions. This brings back an old matchup from the district in the past between Georgetown and Waco, so we'll rekindle some competitions from way back. We have Dr. Bill Farney with us to help announce. I'm Stan Malden, and Dr. Farney, past coach and administrator for the UIL, including executive director for many years, is up with us to help call the ball game.
And we have on camera Dale Hoffman, who has been
key figure in the community spotlight broadcast and telecast for years, and his gracious wife Peggy, and we wait the kickoff. The Lions kicking off from the north end. Ball is off and got in the end zone. Good return.
That was a great return by Xavier Torres. Fielded the ball 1 or 2 yards deep in the end zone and really came out with a nice return. I see no flags, so Eagles are going to start in pretty good field position.
Stan, hidden in that return were several good blocks, but also good effort by Torres as he brought it out to around the 36-yard line where the Eagles will take over.
We got a really unbalanced, overloaded set to the right, and now the Eagles shift back to a more conventional set.
Handoff for little or no gain on the right-hand side. Torres ran into a host of line defenders there. Eagles back quickly to formation.
It's an off-tackle play to the right with Torres again for good yardage, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Eagles.
4-yard gain, that'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and about 6, maybe 7 for the first. Olsen with the ball. And is brought down by several Lions in the backfield.
Cameron Clark with the tackle.
Seosin did not find a receiver open, so he didn't force it. So Waco comes up with a good sack. They had excellent coverage on that play, so it brings up a 4th and 13.
Out punt for Georgetown.
First punt of the night for the Eagles. It's up and
Fair catch made at the 33. Should be first down.
pretty good punt for early in the year. And as Stan, as you said, the Eagles avoided the mistake there of throwing into coverage and went ahead and wait to fight another series here as the Lions take over on their end of the field, their first offensive possession. And again, we have a split twins to the left and wide receiver right. Good defensive cover by the Eagles there as a wide sweep tried to the right side.
That was Matt Anderson that came up to help make the tackle on that jet sweep, which is a difficult play to defend, but the Eagles defended it very well.
Second and 11. You run to the left. Again, no success on that side over there. Eagles' entire right defensive side stuffed that.
Another form of the jet sweep to the left this time, well defended, a little bit of a loss for the Lions.
Now 3rd and 12, and the Lions found themselves in a passing situation. Ball is thrown high, intended receiver, brings up 4th down for the Lions.
It was well defended by the Eagles in the secondary, and that does bring up the fourth down. I've got Noah Drum back to field the punt for the Eagles.
Stan, both teams won their opening games last week. Waco High beat University, and Eagles beat Abilene Wiley 31-7 to open the season.
So 2 1-0 teams coming in, so they've got, both of them have some momentum coming into this game. And Dr. Farney, as you know, most teams make a lot of improvement from their first game to the second game, regardless of whether they if they were successful or not. So I'm sure both coaches are looking for more improved play this week.
As the Eagles set up for their second possession, we don't have a lot of heat tonight. I think it's around 80, but we got a good breeze. Seosin fakes. And again, we have a loss on the play. The Eagles have a loss of about 2 or 3. And Stan, I couldn't see exactly what transpired there.
Well, it was just a quick handoff, and Seosin did a good, nice job of following through with the fake pass, but there just wasn't much there.
It's completed down around the 44-yard line, brings up a third down and 13 after the loss on first down.
That was Isaiah Fillmore that caught that pass from Seosin. It is third and looks like about 9. Nice throw and catch by Seosin, but looks like I think it was Coleman that caught the pass.
Had the first down and then reversed and ran wide. And is he short?
It looks like a little short. I think they got the ball back after the fumble, but it looks like Coach Dean, the ball's actually in Waco's side, but they're in punt formation. They've got a fake here.
And looks like
Well executed.
first down.
I believe that was Javante Roden. That was the up back that took the direct snap and just kind of a power play off to the right that went for good yardage and got the first down. So,
You know, this early in the season, non-district game, I think we mentioned earlier before the game started that this is Coach Dean's 10th year as a head coach at Georgetown, and so I had a handoff and a good block on the right side. Almost another first down, Stan, on the right side.
yep, that was Xavier Torres again, who had a very nice return on the opening kickoff for good yardage to bring up a second and short.
Good quick feet there, good blocks on the right side to get the corner. Second and 1 for the Eagles. Seosin sprinting to his left, just over the outstretched hands at the 5-yard line.
A nice play design, and it was a route that would be hard to defend. It's Seosin was sprinting to his left, so it's a difficult pass to throw, but it was not far off the mark, but didn't quite connect.
Third and 1.
It looked like a little mix-up on the play, but Seosin took the direct snap and just ran a power play off to the right and got good yardage.
First down for the Eagles. with 6:15 remaining in the first quarter.
Got a stoppage of play here. I don't know if there's motion prior to the running of the play. And looks like it's going to be against the Eagles. Back them up 5 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 15.
Some type of a procedure penalty, Stan, I would think. At snapper and the quarterback are seeming to have high snap problems. Several times now the ball has been at the face or head area. They'll get that adjusted. False start.
Got another infraction, a false start, so that'll back the Eagles up 5 more yards, so that'll bring up a 1st and 20.
Whatever your 1st and 20 play is, I never had too many of those. Good throw to the right, quick throw.
We got a late flag here, Dr. Farney. A nice, quick little dump pass to the right to Torres with very good yardage, but we'll see what the infraction is.
Thought I saw maybe a face mask.
I think you're right. Looks like they're marking that off. It's face mask against Waco, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 from the Waco 12-yard line.
5:27 remaining with the addition of the face mask penalty on a good run all the way down deep into enemy territory. Good stutter step.
Looks like another flag. That was Torres had made the previous play, made a nice run after the short pass, and then this was a little play off to the right. The Eagles shifted Connor Heffernan, the starting left tackle, over to the right, and then made a handoff to the right. May have had short yardage, but looks like we got a flag on the play.
Two fouls on the play. Didn't exactly get the signal as to what they were.
Holding and illegal motion.
Illegal motion and holding.
So that sets the Eagles back, and it'll bring up, it's still 1st down, but about 20 yards to go.
Coach saying, come on guys, we're going the wrong way.
Go, go, go. Touchdown over close.
Nice quick pass off to the left.
Seosin did that very skillfully.
It was quick, too.
Yeah.
And Chris Martinez was a receiver, and he made a nice catch and a good run afterwards.
Now we're 2nd and 5. That was a 15-yard play, Stan.
That's good, positive play.
No yards, gain, loss.
Was a handoff to Torres off the left side for look like no yards on that, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. And again, the Eagles' tempo is rapid. They're ready for another play. Seosin got rid of the ball. Don't know whether it was down or not.
So it was good coverage by the Lions that didn't allow Seosin to throw, and he made a good effort to get rid of the ball.
And he was definitely
complete
out of
pass.
the tackle box, so
Yeah.
there wasn't a penalty.
Looks like we got a field goal attempt here by the Eagles. Let's see who is that 27? Matt Diaz is making the field goal attempt.
Kick is up. And
It's a
through.
good kick, good snap, good hold, and Diaz put it through the uprights. They were on the left hash, so he made a good angle kick to put it through. So that's I would say that's a successful drive there for
Right, with
for Georgetown.
3:37 left stand in the first quarter. It's a 3-0 ball game. Eagles over the Lions. And I think we're seeing from both teams, especially the Eagles right now, this is the second game, but there have been a number of penalties. And as the season wears on, those penalties should be fewer and fewer. It's just
You certainly hope so. I'd like to point out that was a big fake punt that got the Eagles a first down in this drive that gave them a lot of momentum. They kind of went back and forth, but they got down and made a field goal and they're taking a 3-0 lead here in the first quarter.
Well, we don't know a lot yet. We've just seen less than a quarter. But offensively, Seosin has a good quick arm, and Torres has good quick feet.
He does.
He is a good runner.
Well, this will be Diaz kicking, who just kicked the field goal. Well, nice return by the Waco Lions. That was number 5 for Waco, Randy Carpenter. Showed a lot of skill, a lot of quickness. The kick by Diaz was, I thought, a really good kick. They kind of pooched it down, and the ball hit the ground, which is dangerous, but Carpenter was able to field the ball and make a nice return.
Well, he eluded about 5 would-be Eagle tacklers and made a nice run. And now the Lions come out, split receivers both left and right, and three backs in a straight line in the backfield, handoff to the left.
It's like a hand sweep to the left. Got about 3 yards.
And again, the Lions are lining up, not going into a traditional huddle. So again, you have, what would you call the formation, Dan? Just 3
Well,
back straight across. A few yards up the middle.
It's also, along with it, it's a shotgun snap, so okay, they almost got 4 backs back there with that.
Oh, you've got a blocking back, and not a blocking back, but a wing back in that formation, plus 3 back straight across and like a shotgun depth.
It's a 3rd and 5 or 4, excuse me. Shotgun formation at double twins. Just a quick pass to the left. Not sure if they called. It must have hit the ground.
It hit the ground. It was thrown low.
Hit the turf, and so that'll bring up a 4th down. Would be normally a punting situation from their own 43-yard line. So it looks like they're sending the punting team in, and the Eagles are sending Noah Drum, number 11, back to field the punt. Ball's kicked out of bounds on the left. There's no return. And looks like the Eagles will have 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. So it's a pretty effective punt by the Waco punter. There was no return able to be made.
You know, Stan, there's looking for an advantage on the wind. There's hardly any wind whatsoever. It's a very still night, and the flags are hanging limp.
Yes, they are.
Incomplete to the left. Good solid tackle by the Lions on a receiver that probably would have held onto the ball had the defender not gotten there about the same time the ball did. Quickly in formation again. Seosin back in the shotgun. Sort of a pistol formation, I guess.
It is. Torres is right behind him in what's known as a pistol formation. Looks like we had a penalty on the play prior to. I'm not sure what the infraction was, but it's 1st and 15 now.
Snap to Seosin.
Oh boy, they had a receiver open. All I can say is just a little bit of an overthrow, but Seosin does not fool around back there. He gets that ball away in good time.
That covered about 45 yards in the air. But the receiver was at about 38. Quick throw and a drop.
Quick throw, yeah. That was trying to drop it off to Torres again, and looked like he was a little off balance when he made the throw and wasn't able to connect.
Well, he had a big defensive end in his face. The Waco is penetrating that offensive line of the Eagles. We're 3rd and 15 now. And another stoppage. I'm sure Coach Dean is not happy at this particular point. That's the 3rd penalty in this possession.
Yeah, that doesn't give you much momentum, and got 3rd and 20 to go.
Well, they got some punting room out of it. Scramble to the left, and bad situation. Poor field position and a long number of yards to gain. So Eagles 4th and 20.
That's Elijah Clough back to punt, he had one punt already this evening. It was a nice punt. That was fair caught, so we'll see how this second punt comes out.
Should be good field position for the Lions. It is fielded, but
I believe the receiver of the punt had to put his knee down to catch it, and so that is going to be spotted right where he caught it, which is pretty fortunate for the Eagles because it was a low punt. The coverage didn't have time to get down, so that really worked out well for the Eagles. However, the Waco Lions start with very good field position on this possession on the Georgetown 43-yard line.
Would you say about 3 seconds hang time on that punt, Stan?
No. It was, like I said, they were fortunate the receiver had to put his knee down to catch the ball because he was going to get some yards. But here we go.
And either a timeout, Waco, with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's been a long first quarter.
Well, I was thinking differently. I thought that was pretty quick. But anyway.
Probably Georgetown has dominated time of possession with that long drive where they got the field goal.
Yeah, and the fake punt in that drive also. I guess you might be right, Dr. Farney. We're still in the first quarter. There's 50 seconds left, so I might change my mind and agree with you. Double twins, shotgun formation here for the Lions at the Georgetown 43-yard line. This will be an important defensive series for the Eagles.
This wide receiver looks to be offsides out here. Back to throw. Good defensive play there.
Number 37 with an excellent play. That is Taylor Bell. Fine play by Taylor Bell.
Taylor's one of the starters returning from last year, and he's made some good plays tonight. Good tackler, good balance, good quickness. Stan, we'll have a good ex-Georgetown player playing for Green Bay Packers on Sunday in their opening NFL game.
They'll be playing in Green Bay.
Longtime kicker, went to high school in Georgetown, Texas.
Mason Crosby, yeah, outstanding athlete here at Georgetown as a player and a kicker. And she's specializing in the place kicking duties for the Green Bay Packers.
Very generous young man too. He has helped in a lot of charitable causes here and in Green Bay, and is a real tribute to what coaches want out of their players, not just football, but good, caring people that really add to society. Into the first quarter, Waco High with the ball, 2nd and 9, going now into the north. Got twins and shotgun and good penetration. Ooh, and missed him, but a good open field tackle. Limited the damage.
18 or 19? Was that? I believe that was Liggett that made that tackle, open field tackle. And actually, Taylor Bell had blitzed through and forced the quarterback to scramble out, and he found a hole and got some good yardage. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. We got a mix-up for the Lions. I'll tell you, Taylor Bell came in on the blitz, and he made a mess of things for the Lions. The quarterback made a good move. And I think some of the Waco offensive linemen were a little anxious, and they jumped off sides on this play.
Leggett was a starter last year as a junior and did an outstanding job as a defensive back. Made a good tackle there in open field. Now we're 3rd and 9, which changes the situation just a little bit. Snap is back.
A well executed pass by Waco off to the right side. Waco quarterback stepped up and made a nice throw out on the sideline, and that Waco comes up with a first down. Good play on their part.
First and 10.
Good play.
Good defensive play. Play off the right side. Georgetown.
Mason Meyer, number 6, came up with a good play on that after Dwayne Howard, the quarterback for Waco, handed off to the running back. We got a fumble.
Oh, and they accidentally kicked the ball. And it might be.
Looks like Waco got back on it. So, but it's a huge loss for the Lions. That's really going to put them in a tough position.
Brings up third and
almost 30 yards.
At least 30 yards. Stan, when you coached, you didn't have many third and 30-yard plays, did you?
I don't even remember any of that. But
actually, we're both wrong. It's third and 29.
Well, we were pretty close.
Yeah.
A double twin shotgun formation.
Quick throw.
Good yardage.
Good yardage out to around the 36-7 yard line, and fourth.
That was Dwayne Howard on a pass out to Dale Smith for Waco. Good completion, good yardage, but they having to go 29 yards. It's going to be 4th and 14.
Do you go for it, or do you punt and try to put the Eagles in a poor position, or poor field position?
Looks like they're going to punt it, which we got a penalty. I'd like to mention that the head coach for Waco, Kwame Cavill, is played at Waco and the University of Texas, outstanding receiver at the University of Texas, and so he's been exposed to a lot of good football programs there at Waco and the University of Texas.
Snap is back, punts away, and into the end zone. You know, one thing that our listeners may not realize this year, Stan, is that on kickoffs, you can fair catch the ball, say, on the 5-yard line, and it comes out
To the 25.
to the 25. Whereas used to, you had to catch it in the end zone for it to come back out as at the 25. That's a safety rule that they put in, and that's a change.
Yeah, I like that. I think it does. It should help maybe the injury situations on those high-speed contact plays, such as kickoffs. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Seosin hands off to Torres. Good yardage off to the left side. It looked like a good surge by the Georgetown offensive line.
If Torres can break through that line, the Eagles have trips. On that play, had trips to the right and a lot of defenders, 3 defenders out away from the action. Pass over to the left side by Seosin, completed, but a loss on the play. And now we're quickly back, ready to play with 3rd and 3.
pass from Seosin to Noah Drum. It was a quick release, good route, little slant route to the outside receiver, Drum, that got the first down. Well executed.
Seosin again running to his left and overthrew the receiver. Shannon, is it easier to run to your right if you're a right-handed quarterback, throw the ball that way?
Absolutely. It's difficult to sprint to your left and takes a lot of practice. And the defender for Waco on that defensive right side rushed Seosin, so he really couldn't get his shoulders turned well.
Good play, good pass reception, very quick. Seosin's got a quick arm and good receivers.
And that is Dylan Cahill on the reception. Nice catch and positive yards. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3 or 2 or 3 here for the first down.
At midfield. Second effort may have gotten that first down.
That was Torres again, and he was hit behind the line of scrimmage,
right,
but bounced off, and he's close, and it looks like they're going to mark it as a first down. So it was a good 2nd and 3rd effort by Torres.
There's no stop in Flores. 1st and 10, new set of downs, 6:42 remaining.
Good hole.
There's Torres again. Good yardage up the middle, a little off to the left, but good yards on first down to bring up a 2nd and about 3 or 4.
Quick tempo. Eagles ready, putting pressure on the defense.
It looks like another first down. So Torres again off the right side, bring up them 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Waco 35-yard line.
Back you got Torres and Seosin back.
Oh, that ball was well thrown by Seosin. He just couldn't connect, but it stretched that secondary out. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
With 5:49 to go. 2nd and 10. If you're going to take that long throw, Stan, it's a good down to do it. 1st and 10.
Torres off the right side for good yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 6. Eagles have the ball on the right hash mark. They've got twin trips to the left on this one with a shotgun formation. With Torres in a pistol type formation again. We got a timeout for the Eagles.
Did the Eagles call that, or did...
I think the Eagles called it. And Coach Dean for Georgetown, as Dr. Farney has mentioned, is his 10th season here as head coach. And one of the things I noticed on here, there a lot of his coaching staff, Coach Beatty and Patterson and Jarrell Flores and several others. Kyle Gandy is there. Have been a lot of continuity here with the Georgetown program, which is a good good thing for the program and for the kids to be familiar with how they operate.
Elson back to pass and decides to run. And
He's
evades
still-
a tackle. Has got his
Got
first
him.
down.
Yeah, good run, good second effort and third effort. And it was a good decision. Waco had good coverage, and he didn't waste any time. He pulled it down and took off.
You know, Eagles are leading this ball game for one reason. Their time of possession, Stan, has been probably 2-1.
Flag. Behind.
Yeah.
Had a flag on
Yeah.
the field.
Had a handoff to the right side with Torres, but he got back to the line of scrimmage maybe, but looks like there might be a offensive penalty, the 10-yard penalty, I believe. That'll bring up a 2nd and 20.
It's early in the season for the officials, too. We didn't see a signal that time. 1st and 20.
Good run.
There's Torres up the middle and got good yardage.
I'm telling you, Torres has got as quick a feet as we've seen in an Eagle back in a while, Stan.
He does, and he accelerates quickly.
Second and 13.
Oh, no. They got
They got a high snap on the shotgun and couldn't, Jackson couldn't handle it, get a hold of it, so it's a turnover. That's a huge play for the Waco. The Eagles were threatening to score again, but actually we got a pretty, score-wise, it's a close game.
Yeah, they'll work on that snap. Notice that high snap has occurred on several plays. Good defense, but the runner keeps hustling, so it's about a 5-yard gain. 4
That
to 5
was
yards.
Sammy Johnson for Waco, the running back that ran to the right for good yardage. It looked like we had it defended well, but he pulled loose and got a good gain. Bring up a 2nd and about 5 or 6.
flag.
There's a holding call, I believe, or a flag. We don't want to say what the foul is, but some infraction around the 30-yard line.
With a holding penalty on Waco, that was number 5, Randy Carpenter, with a nice run around the left side, but that will be negated with this penalty and bring up a 2nd and long, very long for the Lions. But looks like about 16, 2nd down and 16.
Quick pass to the right. Eagles there quickly.
That's a different quarterback for Waco. That's number 19, Jordan Fuller, that threw that pass.
Third and 12. Good defense all the way around. Pressured the quarterback into throwing it. The receiver was tackled quickly. Good heads-up defense by the Eagles.
That'll bring up a fourth down. The quarterback, Fuller, looked like he was pulled it down to try to run it, but we had him defended well, and he tried to throw it out to the right side, but for no yards. Fourth down.
So with 2 minutes and 20 seconds and the clock running, the Lions gave it up on downs, and the Eagles will have an opportunity to see what they can do with a 2-minute drill.
That was Noah Drum. He had a little trouble fielding that punt, but he got it back quickly, and so the good thing about that is that the ball was not allowed to roll on the punt. So Eagles will have good field position on their own 38-yard line, and we've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this first half. So I'm going to say the second quarter went a lot faster than the first quarter.
You know, this is almost a repeat of last week. The Eagles did not have a lot of success in the first half against Abilene Wiley and came back and scored liberally, I guess you would say, in the second half. But Waco shows signs of showing some offensive punch too. So it's anybody's ball game at 3-0 right now.
Seosin tried to work that pass in to Drum on the right side, but was well defended by Waco. What a catch and throw. That was Noah Drum on a corner route on a throw from a kind of a short sprint to the right by Seosin. He put it right on the money.
That changed the complexion right quick with 2:01 remaining and the clock stopped on the play. First down. As old Kern Tips and Stan McKenzie used to say, down around the 40-yard line. A good gain. And
we got some kind of infraction here. I'm not sure what it was, but it's a penalty against Georgetown. So back Georgetown up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the Waco 45.
Snap to Seosin, and he looks. And the pass is dropped. He saw. He was ready to run, wasn't he, Stan?
That was Noah Drum. He was anxious and.
He saw green grass and white lines. And nobody in.
Yeah.
Someone said he's too open. 2nd and 15. 1:50 to go.
Oh, God, it was touched.
Waco was coming in very quickly on that, and Seosin got rid of it quickly, and it just failed to connect. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 to go for the Eagles. We got 1 minute and 49 seconds left here in the first half.
Almost intercepted.
Ooh. Yeah. Seosin throws, and safety made a break on that ball.
That he did. Waco has some good cover people in that secondary, and Seosin several times has had to pull it down. He went ahead and tried to work it in there, but the Waco line safety made a good break on the ball, and it was incomplete. 4th down, punt formation's in for the Eagles.
Take punt.
Ooh, blocking it back there.
They got to get him down. It's a good return by Waco. I don't see any flags on the play.
I didn't see one. I saw the play, but the official may have been screened away from it.
So we got 1:28 seconds left in the first half, and Waco will have it 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
How many timeouts does Waco have?
Double twins, shotgun formation for Waco. That look like they're going to change their play, but same formation, though.
Quick strike out to the right, out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:23 remaining in the second quarter. Back in formation again. Double twins.
About 2nd and 4.
Same play. Again.
They've got good room over there, Dr. Farney, to complete that short pass, and Georgetown may be just backing off a little bit with the time in the first half, but they've had plenty of room to execute that.
Yeah, we've got our inside defender 15 yards from the receiver.
Take a long time.
Man, it took a lot of tacklers to get him down, but great defensive effort on the part of the Eagles, and a loss on the play. Clock running, 57 and counting. 2nd and 13. Double twins. He did get out of bounds with 35 seconds remaining.
That was Randy Carpenter who caught that pass for Waco. It showed a lot of quickness and speed. It's kind of dangerous out there in that open field, but well played by the Eagles on defense. 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It looks like, I believe it was Waco took a timeout.
Ball on the 47-yard line
Of Waco.
of Waco,
Yeah.
and teams quickly back on the field. Third and 12. Very important now for Waco. Back to pass.
Oh, boy. Well, we had a little mistake there in the secondary. They had a receiver down the middle, and the quarterback threw a very nice pass, and the receiver was unable to hang on to it. So that brings up 4th down. As Coach Roy say, somebody's got to throw it and somebody's got to catch it. So there's two things that could maybe not happen.
What do you used to say? Three things can happen if you pass.
I
Two
guess
of them are bad.
Yeah, 2 of them are bad. And the other one would be somebody could intercept it, I guess. But
Just to down it.
yeah, in this position, backed up, we'll see what Coach Dean and the coaching staff comes up with, but more than likely they'll probably down it here and go in and try to make some adjustments at halftime.
Nothing has been settled, Stan. Both teams have got receivers that can catch the ball, runners that can run the ball, and quarterbacks that can throw the ball. So 3-0 is just almost an even ball game.
Yeah. so
Eagles
the-
choose to run out the clock. And the first half comes to completion with the Eagles leading 3-0.
Well, we saw some, as you said, Dr. Farney, some ability to throw and catch the ball and run with it in the open field. So these defenses have not been scored upon, but they need to keep their guard up because there's some threats on both sides on this field tonight. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
21 Realty, Kimberly Wolfman, Pride of Texas Irrigation and Landscaping, All Points Communication of Austin, San Gabriel Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Associates, Big Tex Trailers, Fine Line Electric, Sports Clip Haircuts, Georgetown Buckler and Automotive, Georgetown Family Orthodontics, Keystone, Landers Construction, Shipley Donuts, Accent Food Services, CD Bradshaw and Associates, The Pet Bungalow, Roberts Printing Company, and United Build Homes. Thank you, sponsors.
What was that mean?
It is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you the award-winning Sweethearts of Georgetown, the Georgettes.
Let's go, man. I turned down a little bit here. What's that up on Southwest Ranch? No, they ain't talking. Let's see what we got here. This is here we go. Everybody's here. See this McKellar. Lehman hit him. 13 times. Something's over. Taylor. Yeah, that's right. 3-0. All fun. 20%
Lieutenants are Erica Germain, Hallie Miklacek, and Rebecca Young. And in the center, your 2018-2019 Georgette captain, Miss Hannah Harriet. Social of the week is Brooklyn Ivy. Officer's choice this week is Aliana Graves. And Georgette of the week is Aaliyah Fillmore. Social butterfly of the week is Samantha Sproul. The Georgettes are performing with gold palms to raise awareness for Childhood Cancer Month. The Georgettes would like to dedicate tonight's performance to Scout Schultz. We love you, Scout. Now watch the Georgettes as they perform a palm routine to the Grammy-nominated smash hit, Bang Bang. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Georgettes are directed by Miss Nikki Cross and assisted by Miss Lydia Westmoreland. The director's instructional leadership team of the Eagle Band would like to recognize our members, section, and parents of the week. The brass marcher of the week is Andrew Renna. The woodwind marcher of the week is Aliana Lyles. The front ensemble member of the week is Frida Velasquez. The drumline marcher of the week is Aji Watkins. The Eagle Band section of the week is The Mellows. Finally, please give a hearty round of applause for our Eagle Band Parents of the Week, our wonderful prop crew led by Mr. Lee Christ. Congratulations all. The award-winning Georgetown Eagle Band is led on the field by senior drum major Catherine Massey, Anna White, and junior drum major Aaron Lindsay. Please sit back and enjoy Georgetown Eagle Band as they are very proud to present Michael Jackson's spooktacular mega hit, Thriller. Please enjoy our first performance this season of the Eagle Band's 2018 competition production based on the Disney Parks ride The Haunted Mansion. Your 2017 UIL State Qualifying Eagle Band is proud to present Welcome, Foolish Mortals. Georgetown High School Eagle Marching Band are Justin Smith and Brett Poteet. Director of Percussion is Jed Leach, assisted by Gary Donald. Color Guard Director is Rick Scruggs, assisted by Stephanie Guerra, Iris Granado, and Bianca Sharp, and Kiara Suarez. The Eagle Band would like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Fred Brent, and Principal of Georgetown High School, Mr. Wes Vanacek. The Eagle Band would also like to thank our fabulous Fine Arts Department staff. GISD Director of Fine Arts is Mrs. Carol Watson. Administrative Assistant for Fine Arts is Mrs. Amy Holmes, and Fine Arts Secretary is Mrs. Gretchen Parker. Let's hear it for Coach Dean and our Eagle football team in the second half. Eagle fight never dies.
Welcome, folks, to the Community Spotlight, the program that features our young people in positive ways. Hi, my name is Peggy Hoffman, and we would like you to know the Community Spotlight is supported and sponsored by the following people and businesses: Sierra Microwave Technology, Troy and Mary Rodriguez and Sierra Microwave, based in Georgetown, Texas, designs and manufactures microwave components for space, military, scientific, and commercial customers. Troy and Mary are big supporters of Community Spotlight and our Georgetown youth. Regner Realty and Mr. Dale Hoffman, a local realtor serving your community. City of Georgetown Utilities, dedicated service from the City of Georgetown community-owned utilities. Jim Briggs and his staff are working for you and our community of Georgetown. Jim and community-owned utilities are involved and financially supports the youth of our schools. First State Bank, Georgetown's only locally owned and operated full-service bank. Other banks have branches in Georgetown. First State Bank has roots. Go by and ask for Barry Haig. He looks forward to being of service to you. Also, Pit Barbecue. Remember, picky people pick the pit. Lastly, David Collision Repair. Larry David and his staff have been in business since 1978, and Larry says we don't just remove dents, we remove doubts. David Collision is Georgetown's preferred collision repair shop. Stay tuned for additional sponsors, and yes, you can be a sponsor too. Last but not least, we want to give a big thanks to Dale Hoffman, Dr. Bill Farney, Dr. Ted Coy, Jim Briggs, Stan Malden, Curtis Hoffman, Aaron Clow, and the other many volunteers that make our Community Spotlight possible every week. And now, back to the game.
Okay, here we go for the second half of the Waco Georgetown game with the Eagles ahead 3-0. The Eagles will kick off from the south end to the lines. This is Diaz kicking off for the Eagles.
And Stan, again, we want to mention that there is hardly any wind. Got a 3-0 ball game here. Good coverage. Good return out to around the 38-yard line.
It's kind of a pooch kick again. Waco received it and got decent field position for the Lions at their own 37-yard line.
And as we said in the first half, the Lions have some good athletes in there and a good thrower, and so we can expect to see that ball in the air some. The Twins to the left, single receiver wide. Good cutback in there. And a long run down around into Georgetown territory around the
That was Randy.
38-yard line.
That was Randy Carpenter, number 5, on a nice run. It was a hand sweep to the right. He cut it back and got good yardage. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Georgetown 38.
Quick pass
Quick to the left.
and out of bounds at around the 25-yard line.
Dr. Farney, Waco's come out here with a real spark of energy here to start this second half.
With ball spotted at the 25-yard line of the Eagles.
That's that hand sweep to the right to Carpenter again, and he showed some quickness in the first half. He's really stepped it up for this second half. Second down at about 3 for the Lions from the Georgetown 18-yard line. It's that quick hand sweep to the left with Carpenter again. It looked like a first down.
First down on about the 15-yard line or so.
Looks like it was short, Dr. Farney, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The 16-yard line of the Eagles. The Lions are getting their play call from the sideline.
And it is first down inside the 15-yard line.
Mm-hmm. It's that hand sweep to the right with, I believe that was Carpenter again.
James Taylor.
I take that back. That was number 25, James Taylor, on the handoff there.
Along with the rest of the linebackers for the tackle.
First and 10. Good defense there.
Looks like we got a stoppage of play here. We might have had a
Prior to the snap,
false start on the Lions.
5-yard penalty remains first down.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Waco Lions.
Yeah, the Eagles got to tighten up their pass defense on the wings. They're giving away too much. But we don't know. The receivers may be more of a threat deep.
Oh, a high snap.
A high snap again. But
I believe Georgetown's come up with the football. Might have intercepted that or recovered a fumble.
Fuller's pass is intercepted by the Eagles. Jack Schneeman.
That was number 40, Jack Schneeman, that came up with that ball. What a big play for the Georgetown Eagles. Waco had a nice drive, and we got that. Georgetown got it stopped and got a first down now on their own 32-yard line.
High snap to the line quarterback, and he tried to make something out of it. I believe his arm was hit on a pass attempt, and Georgetown intercepted the ball, sets up shop on about the 32-yard line.
There's a keeper by Seosin off the fake to hand off to Torres and pulled it and got a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. We got an infraction on the play. Illegal procedure. False start by the Eagles. That'll back them up 5 yards.
The old coach at Grambling, Ed Robinson, said self-tackleization is killing us. We're having too much penalty. And that's on both sides now.
Yeah, that's true. 1st and 15 for the Eagles at their 40-yard line.
Seosin back to pass.
It was a nice play-action, bootleg type of play, and receivers dragging across the field. Seosin looked to me to be a nice pass, and we just couldn't handle it.
Put it real precisely between two defenders there, too. Almost to completion. 2nd and 15.
It's a quick pass to the right. It was not handled by Torres, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 15 for the Eagles.
And this is a situation where everybody knows you're going to pass.
Got trips to the left with a gun formation, pistol in the backfield.
Looks like offsides.
Looked to me to be defense, but we'll check what the officials come up with.
Takes a little better situation for the Eagles, 3rd and 10 rather than 3rd and 15 now, at around the 45-yard line.
Got trips left with the gun with Torres in the pistol formation behind Seolson. Looks like they didn't connect on the pass.
Brings up a punting situation for the Eagles with 8:49 to go in the 3rd quarter.
That pass was intended for Abel Morales, and they were not able to hold on, so to bring up a 4th down for the Eagles.
Nice return.
Flag.
That was a punt by Elijah Clough. And,
Late flag came in, Stan. Don't know what it is.
It looked like it was, to me, taunting on the Eagles, from what I saw on the sideline right down here.
And if you're a coach, your question is why? You had him tackled out of bounds.
The play, it's done.
It's done. But I guess you can ask that same question in major college ball when after the play is over, someone decides to keep on playing.
We have the illegal formation on the offense. We have a holding during the kick on the defense. Those penalties will offset. We have a dead ball, personal foul, late hit on number 16. 15-yard penalty, remaining 4th down.
God. A multitude of penalties
Free penalty.
On number 16. That is his first unsportsmanlike for the game.
which result in a Georgetown is still in a punt situation. Offsetting penalties and then a dead ball foul by Georgetown Eagles and a walk-off of 15 yards for a dead ball personal foul.
So it's going to be 4th and a long ways, about 25 yards to go, it looks like.
Which bodes for good field position possibly for the Lions.
Waco has J.D. Reese back in to field the punt, and Elijah Clough is back to punt for the Eagles.
Fair catch signal.
Looked like a possible fumble of the punt, but they Waco thought it was dead, so I guess it was. That punt by Elijah Clough was much better hang time than a couple of his first half kicks, so that was
Officials are
improvement.
discussing it as to whether he muffed the punt. Actually, Georgetown ended up pretty good in that situation, about where they would have been without all the penalties, right?
Yeah, I think they came out all right on that.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Sweep. Oh, my goodness.
He's gone. 1 yard line.
1 yard
Yeah.
line. At speed. Showed good
That was
speed.
Randy Carpenter, who's shown a lot of a good elusiveness in this game. Broke loose. I believe that was 38, Nick Petter, that made a touchdown-saving tackle there. Let's see if they can keep them out of the end zone. A good effort on Petter's part. I didn't think he was going to be able to catch
Did a great job.
Carpenter, but and
Better, a 6-foot senior, 190 pounds linebacker, ran down a pretty quick Carpenter from Waco High. Well, 1st and goal from the 1.
the Carpenter's had some nice plays in the first half, but he has really had some 2 or 3 nice runs here in this second half, and that one was the best one he's had. I thought he was gone. There again, a good play by Petter, and if the Georgetown defense can keep them out of the end zone, that would really be a big accomplishment. It's 1st and goal from the Georgetown 1.
Push, Rick. Touchdown.
Well, they made it. They
Touchdown.
got a pretty good surge off that right side of the Waco line that time. So it's the first touchdown of the night. Waco 6, Georgetown 3 with an extra point try to come.
Kick is up,
Kick is good.
and the kick is good. 7:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's the Lions 7 and the Eagles 3.
That was number 80, Chris Equada, that made the extra point for the Lions. So it brings the score 7 for Waco, 3 for the Eagles with the kickoff to come.
You know, Stan, the Community Spotlight and its sponsors have been very generous in the past, and we'd like to tell our listeners that every dollar that's made by the Community Spotlight sponsors and every donation goes dollar for dollar to scholarships for kids from Georgetown ISD, both to Georgetown High School and to Eastview High School. And last year, some 25 students received scholarships from the Jack Frost Foundation. So we thank the sponsors, and we thank the individuals who very unselfishly give to sponsor this program and to donate to the Jack Frost Foundation.
Got the kickoff coming. It looks like number 80, Chris Escada, will kick off.
For Waco, number 80, Chris Escada.
Georgetown has Xavier Torres back and Elijah Clough also.
Kick is off. into the end
Well-
zone, returned out to about the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, the 8-yard line.
Dr. Farney Torres fielded that ball about 7 or 8 yards deep in that end zone, and his momentum was kind of going backwards, so that was a difficult ball to try to return.
Yeah, you know, to have that ball around the 20 or 25 would have been a whole lot better, but everybody feels like they can take it all the way.
Yeah, well, and he had a nice run on the first kickoff
Yeah.
return, so I'm see him wanting to do that. But
And hindsight's always better than
yes, it is.
foresight. Seosin keeps the ball and gets the first down out past the 20-yard line.
It's that Reed handoff, and Seosin read it well. He did that on the previous series for good yardage.
Well,
He ran into a stone wall on that play.
fumbled the ball.
Covered by the Lions.
That's not good.
Once again, the line set up inside the 20.
It's a lot of
First and 10.
penetration on the defensive front, the line of scrimmage there that helped cause that fumble. So
And staying the way this thing is going now, it would be real important for the Eagles to have a good defensive series right here.
yes, it would. Waco has come out with some pretty good energy here in this second half. So we're going to have to tighten it down here. I think it's delay a game. Well, that'll help.
First and 15.
We got a flag
There's
down.
a flag in the backfield, and the area usually comes from offensive holding.
That was Carpenter again on that hand sweep to the right, and he's got some unusual moves. He's hard to get a hold of. So that penalty there will be helpful. That's going to back him up even further, and
That's
it'll
a
be
major penalty, a 15-yarder on holding on that corner.
first and 30.
Well, we're going to see the ball in the air. I would predict at this particular time, lots of room between the defender and the receivers on the wings.
Oh, nice interception.
Go on the way.
What number?
Great interception by Georgetown.
He was right to it. Really.
There's a flag on the play.
That was Gage Leggett on the interception. Well played from his safety position. He just was a thief on that play and intercepted and made a nice return as well. And then there's was a sideline warning, or was there a penalty?
Sideline warning on the Waco sideline.
So what a big turnaround for the Eagles here. That big penalty down here against Waco really helped the Georgetown call. So it's first and 10 for the Eagles from their own 48-yard line.
Good play.
So
First down inside the 40-yard line.
a rocket throw to Dylan Cahill. Good timing, good throw by Seosin, and Cahill made a nice catch. So first down. There's Torres with good yardage, really right up the middle. It was a good surge that time by the Georgetown offensive line.
Good blocking inside.
Bring up second down and 5 to go.
I like that north-south running, Stan.
I do too.
Second and 5 for the Eagles. Again,
Good yardage. First down.
Javante Roten out of the backfield. And
It's Javante Roden with a good run off the left side. Georgetown went heavy on the left with their alignment, and that's where they ran, and they created a nice hole for the runner. I think it was that read where Seosin reads it, and I think he was wanting to pull it, and there was just a little miscue there between the running back and Seosin, but fortunately he got the ball back. Be 2nd and 11.
clock close to 5 minutes in the third quarter. 2nd and 11.
There is a nice run right up the middle. That is Javante Roden. And there was a surge right up the middle for the offensive line, and Roden took advantage of it. Unfortunately, we've got a penalty on the play, and there was holding somewhere there and on the offensive side for Georgetown. But we saw some flashes of some success here, so I bet we'll see some more of it and take the holding out of it.
That hurt.
Little yardage off the left side. We got third down and about 20 yards to go. So that penalty really set Georgetown back.
Yeah, 3rd and 20 at this particular point. Timeout on the field. Well, the teams were penalized pretty heavily in the first half. Don't have the stats on the second half yet, but Georgetown was penalized for I think 35 yards and can't read Waco's here. Where do you see Waco's penalties?
Let's see with the penalty 6 for 40. But I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, I didn't think that was right.
Well, if we can get some of the penalties eliminated, we've seen some good yardage for the Eagles, and same thing goes with the Waco. That was 22, R.J. Moreno on a quick pass from Seosin for short yardage. I think we got another player down here for Waco on the Georgetown sideline.
Brings up 4th and 16 for the Eagles.
Kind of in no man's land, Dr.
Really?
Farney. You could certainly try to punt it and try to back them up inside the 10, or you can make a go of it.
Attending to the injured player, he's up and moving. That's good. And we'll walk all the way across the field. You always hope when a player's down, no matter which team it is, that there's not a serious injury. Well, on 4th and 16, looks like the Eagles are not in a punting formation. Seosin back. And the pass over the middle, tipped by a line. So after that 4th down play, the Lions will take the ball.
It was kind of no man's land again. It was
Yeah,
a tough decision, and
You couldn't, that's not a punting situation. You need to,
Could have been a field goal for Mason here.
yeah, if Mason and Crosby were still here, we could kick a field goal from there.
all right, brings up 1st and 10 for the Waco Lions on their 33-yard line. Little bobble in the backfield with the snap, and they're going to be thrown for a 1 or 2 yard loss, which will bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Waco Lions.
Two pretty well matched teams out here tonight. But as you said, Stan, if you cut out some of the penalties, you never know what could happen here.
There's a hand sweep to the left with James Taylor running the ball. He's had some nice runs this evening.
Bell again on the tackle. 3rd and 5 be a very important down for the Eagles defense to come up with good play here. Around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter.
The miscue on the snap. The quarterback's scrambling. Looks like we got a flag again.
Would have been good yardage.
Yeah, he made good yardage. That's Jordan Fuller running the ball, but there is a flag back here. Looks like holding on Waco. So holding has been the penalty of the night. We've seen that over and over. It's going to be 3rd and very long. I'd say 15 yards. Well defended by Georgetown. They went deep on the left side, but the Georgetown defense was back in position and well played. That'll bring up a 4th down and 15 yards to go for the Lions. We will have Noah Drum back to receive the punt. for the Eagles.
Fourth down brings up the punting situation for the Lions. Escada, the runner. Back keepers.
We got another flag on the play. Looks like a short punt fielded by Drum, and he's tackled immediately by one of the Waco defenders, but we got a flag on the play as well at the beginning of it, so I don't know if there was an alignment problem for Waco or what.
Ball, as it stands now, is on the 38-yard line, 39-yard line.
Illegal formation on the offense. That penalty declined. Result of the play, first down.
So illegal formation, that penalty was declined by Georgetown, and start with possession on Georgetown's 39-yard line. So we'll go ahead and take the ball and see if we can get something going.
2:26 remaining in the third quarter, and once again, neither team has really stopped the other one. Mostly it's been self-stoppage by each team. Georgetown has an opportunity now. Seolson keeps the ball. No good.
I think he
Maybe-
made the right read, but there just wasn't anything there. It was,
Well, the play developed pretty slow, and the
It
defense
was.
was able to
react.
respond.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. I believe that was Torres.
Good run brings
Good-
up third down.
Good yardage off the left side. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2 for the Eagles.
Bring up a third down and 2 situation for the Eagles.
Nice throw and catch, quick release, looked like a little slant route to number 20, Dylan Cahill. Nice hands, nice throw. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Waco 45-yard line.
Good quick hitting play up the middle. And Torres carrying the ball again. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Nice block by Chris Martinez, number 31, out of the backfield also. It's Seolson on the keeper.
Quarterback keeper finds Yosef. He'll pick up the first down. There is a flag on the play.
I thought there was a little movement just prior to that play, but
Offside. Defense number 45. That penalty declined. Result of the play is a first down.
okay, well, I was wrong. That's
It's offsides on the defense. 1st and 10. Seolson keeps the ball again. Gains about 6 yards.
good positive play there. A fake to Javante Roden.
And that's the last play of the third quarter. Stan?
We've got Waco 7, Georgetown 3. I would see Georgetown players holding up their hands with 4 to indicate they feel like they've got the fourth quarter. So that'd be a good idea because it's going to come down to that. And we've seen some good plays on both sides, and a lot of them are eliminated for infractions. So we'll see if we can have some clean plays here without the penalties, and might get some scores on the board. So it's 2nd and 5 for Georgetown at the Waco line, 29-yard line. We got 31 in the backfield, Martinez, who's thrown some good blocks from the backfield. I thought there's a little movement again.
Offsides, it looks like.
Or motion.
Oh, it's a motion penalty. Well, this is a game of emotions back and forth. Good emotions and bad emotions. Shelson up the middle.
It was a Reed. He faked the handoff to Roden again, and he decided to keep it and got good yardage. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 to go. So this will be we're in 4-down territory for sure here, but there's Torres. I think he's close. Looked like he got a little tripped up. I thought he was going to get much more than that, but a Waco defender tripped him up, and it's going to be close. Looks like it's 4th and 1.
4th and 1.
Big play here.
Timeout.
Waco called timeout, so I guess they're going to try to get their defense set. That allows Georgetown to get the offensive play they really want. So this is pretty big play here in this ball game.
Yeah, the way things are going, field goal doesn't do you any good. I guess put you in. That's a pretty long field goal too.
Well, you got to feel like they're going to go for it here and try to get that first down.
It'd be a 42-yard field goal, wouldn't it, or thereabouts? If they tried that, they're going to go for it.
I think at this stage that's a good decision, and we'll say that for sure if they make it. But
yeah, good decision.
I'd say, yeah, there you go.
Well, he made it. That was a good surge there by Seosin. It was a read play, and he decided to pull it, and he got hit right at the line of scrimmage, but he fell forward for a couple of yards and got the first down for Georgetown. So it sets up 1st and 10 from the Waco 23-yard line.
He and Torres are north-south runners, aren't they?
They are. There's Torres. He's gone.
Torres is out of here.
He's gone.
No flags, right?
Yeah,
No flags.
I don't see one. That was quite a surge by the offensive line of Georgetown, especially that left side, and Torres was not to be denied on that one.
I haven't seen a high school back in a while that's that quick from dead start.
He
To full
accelerates. Yeah, he accelerates.
He reminds me of James Saxton. Used to play
Whoa,
for Texas.
y'all. Well, that kind of tells our age here, Dr. Farney, but
Yeah, it does.
he was an exciting runner, for sure.
And the extra point is good, taking the score to 10-7 with 10:40 remaining in the fourth quarter as the Eagles go up.
That's for sure. There's no time to relax because the Waco Lions have got some potential there also to score. So we're going to have to play some defense and play smart football.
The only thing, and I'm not criticizing the officials at all, but one thing they're going to have to do at the end of the game is replace their flags because they have worn them out on both schools. It's been a penalty-prone game all the way. Two evenly matched teams. Appreciate the support of the Georgetown fans. A good contingent here tonight. First home game of the season.
This will be Matt Diaz, number 27, to kick off again. He has previously used some short pooch kicks. Waco looks like they've got a little different alignment to try to counter that. But it is pooched again.
Okay.
Well, they have not got number 21 down yet.
Turn to kick
Sammy
off.
Johnson, he's one of the running backs for Waco, showed he was not going to go down easy.
All the
And
way out to around the 48-yard
it's a
line.
Great return for Waco. So Johnson rotates in that backfield along with Carpenter for Waco. They're threats to get good yardage. So we're going to have to really tune the defense up here to stop those guys.
A lot of space over here. Pretty good defense there, about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
That was Johnson again, the one that returned the kickoff on the handoff play to the right. We got decent yardage for Waco on the first down to bring second and about 6. Second and 7. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a play action pass, fake to Johnson on a handoff, and they had a receiver breaking over the middle, and he was wide open. They just could not connect.
There was a good defensive play there that got lost in the shuffle, and he kind of distracted the receiver, and he wasn't able to control the ball.
The secondary person?
Yeah, defensive player did a good job.
Well, good. I didn't see that.
The receiver, I believe it's a first down pass reception. Sticks did move. First down, Waco inside the
40-yard line.
Eagle 40-yard line.
I think our defenders have a lot of respect for their receivers. They're getting a pretty good cushion.
Yes, they are.
That's Johnson off to the right for Waco, and they got good yardage there on first down. It's going to be second and about 6.
good reception and a good defensive reaction there. We had 2 tacklers come in after the reception. Third and 4 now, but I think they're in 4-down territory, don't you?
I do too. I think that was Gage Liggett, excuse me, on the tackle.
Right. That was a miraculous reception and pass
It
because he was going down.
He was under duress. A good attack by the Georgetown defense there that helped stop that play. And it brings up a 4th down and 9 for Waco. Looks like to me they're in punt
It
formation.
looked like they're going to punt. This could be a fake. But plenty of time left. 7:38 remaining, clock running. Delay a game on the offense, which,
that may change it to a punt.
yeah. Punt, reception. Ooh.
He was.
Tackled out of bounds around the 27 to 30
I think
yard
that was
line.
That was Noah Drum on the return. Went flying across the Waco sideline.
Almost into the bench on the opposite side of the field.
It was a good job of fielding that ball and got some decent yards. I'd say Waco, as far as a net on the play, didn't get much of anything out of that punt.
No.
But it looks like there's a flag on the play as well. So we'll see what that's all about.
Could it be blocking the back?
So that'll back Georgetown back up after the penalty. I think it was a block in the back, I believe is what they noted. So that really backs Georgetown up. So it's Torres up the middle.
Torres, good positive gain. Up the middle, clock rolling. We're going inside 7 minutes.
2nd and 5, 4 to go. 6-yard gain on 1st down. Nothing wrong with that. I believe it was Torres again, if I'm not mistaken.
That may be one of the more significant plays right there, Stan.
That got us out of a hole.
Got us out of the hole, out of poor field position.
Nice run by Torres. A good surge off that offensive left side of the Georgetown Eagle line.
Another good offensive play right up the gut. Waco defenders don't seem to be as strong right there, or we're having some good blocking, or a combination of both.
That was Javante Roden, and he showed some nice runs in the earlier part of this game. So he came in for Torres, but he's a pretty good threat as well.
2nd and 4.
There's Roden right there. Good yardage and a first down.
First down, across midfield to the 45-yard line. And the clock rolling, and now under 6 minutes. But more importantly, field position.
There's Javante Roden again. A nice run. They finally got him down, but another first down.
I'll tell you one thing that people aren't noticing right now. The Georgetown offensive line is doing a great job in that middle of the line. 1st and 10.
Torres is back in the ball game. Kind of a high snap from center, but Seosin was able to handle it and hand it off to Torres for nice gain of about 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5, and the clock's fixing to go under 5 minutes inside the about the 26-yard line. Straight
There's
handoff.
Torres out. He's
staying in bounds.
That's good. He's got another first down as well. Good, tough, hard run off the left side again of that Georgetown line. That speaking of that, that's Connor Hefferman at left tackle. Kevin Espinosa at left guard, 55, Zane Haas at center, 52, Alex Thiel at right guard, and Daniel Lopez at right tackle there. They're opening up some holes in that line. Got a nice drive going here. If they can top this off with a touchdown, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, Lopez at 6'3" and 245 is a pretty good size lad.
Yes, he is.
He got some good size in there. Who called the timeout?
I think there's an injury player down for Waco.
Waco's got an injury?
I think it's an injury timeout. So we're kind of late in the game, early in the season. You always think of cramping, and you hope you don't like that, but it's better than a serious kind of an injury.
Oh, this is kind of unusual. The weather's not as hot as it has been. We've had a rather hot July and August, and we've had wind, but hardly any wind tonight, and not real hot.
Right.
So, but I'm sure it's humid.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. First down and goal to go from the 9.
78 degrees.
Seosin.
There's that read play again, and Seosin decided to pull it and gets a nice gain off the right side. Looks like we may have another Waco player down. I really think we're looking at cramps.
I think you're right. I think you having played as long as you played collegiately in high school, in Texas, you know what we face.
It doesn't, especially in the fourth quarter when you've been the effort these two teams have made has been excellent. We've had a lot of penalties that we don't like to see, but when you're playing that hard in this kind of weather, the cramping comes into play, especially at this time of the game.
Well, this may seem like a benefit as far as resting to the defense, but it also helps the offense too.
Yeah.
You guys remind me to bring a jacket up here.
Yeah.
They could process hogs up here.
I brought my jacket. Not really.
Second and 6, clock running at 4:20. Snap to Seosin, and keeper by Seosin.
A nice deception there, good fake by the running back after the fake to him, and Seosin comes off the left side, which is the offensive line for Georgetown to be commended. Touchdown. Brings the score 16-7 for Georgetown with the extra point to come. Extra point is good by Diaz. I might mention that was Jackson Seosin that was holding for the extra point. I'm going to check on the snapper, but it was a good snap as well. But good hold by Seosin and a nice kick from Diaz. So we'll see what strategy the Georgetown uses to kick off. Waco has had some dangerous returners back here, so I think they may have been wanting them to fair catch the ball, and they just won't do it. They're going to return it. So we'll see what strategy Coach Dean and the staff comes up with.
Some of the other district opponents, Hutto leads Liberty Hill 45-43 with 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That was
what
a
a
match between a good 4A school and a good 5A school, a district opponent for Georgetown.
So Diaz has got it teed up. We'll see what the strategy is versus a dangerous Waco return team. Well, they kicked it as deep as they could. Looks like there's a possible fumble here, and there is, and Georgetown recovered.
That's it, Steve. And burn the clock up.
Well, there's no play that you can get 10 points. So if Georgetown does a good job, seems like the Lions are on that last series were a little tired.
Running out of gas.
Running out of gas, and not criticizing them at all, except that they seem like that they gave up.
We have a penalty on the play. It was offsides on Georgetown, so there'll be a re-kick.
Oh, no. That hurt.
Well, Coach Dean and the staff they won't have to look for a whole lot of things to work on. They've got plenty of situations to iron out.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't pretty. It isn't pretty, but if they hang on and win, a win is a win. So they have to watch on the kickoff, though, because there is some speed on the Waco side.
That there is. That's his Carpenter on the return, and there's a good tackle there by looked like 31. That'd be Chris Martinez.
And before the penalty and the fumble, Waco returned the initial kickoff to the 35-yard line, and that one they returned to the 32. So they're 3 yards shy of where they were.
Well, the part of it was they fumbled on the kickoff, and we recovered.
Yeah.
So we lost that
Yeah.
out of the. So it was a big turnaround.
Trips over to the left.
Oh,
Big loss.
who is 30? That was number 37, Taylor Bell. What a play he made on that. And I liked what he did after he made the tackle. He helped the Waco runner up and showed good sportsmanship and control over himself. But it was an excellent play. Goodness gracious.
Oh, come on. Oh. He almost got away.
It was 16. Elijah Clough made a nice saving tackle there after a really nice run by the Waco running back. I think that was Sammy Johnson for Waco, who's made a lot of nice runs tonight.
Good tackles, good hustle, good gang tackling out on the right.
Quick pass out there. Looked like number 5, Matt Anderson, made the initial contact to stop the play.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Lions.
The clock is running.
Ball on about the 43-yard line. Quick handoff.
I believe that was that was James Taylor again running for Waco.
Clock's under 2 minutes now. 3rd and 7. 3rd and, yeah. I believe that could be a first down.
It's Taylor again on the run. May have picked up the Waco first down. Looks like we got a Georgetown player down also. Maybe that's what it is. I think Waco made the first down.
While they're attending the player on the field.
That looks like number 5, Matt Anderson, who's had a lot of nice plays tonight for Georgetown. I'm thinking it might be cramping, and hopefully it's not something more serious.
The Liberty Hill and Hutto game, and we give these scores because Hutto's in our district, is 45-45 and in overtime right now. 45 all.
It's 25, James Taylor on a hand sweep to the right.
Taylor has been busy tonight.
That he has.
Clock about to go under 1 minute for the game. 2nd and 6.
And the hand sweep to the right. You have to give them credit. They're sticking with it, but they're running out of time.
Yeah, 45 seconds and counting now.
clock is running.
Good tackle. On 21, or 20, 30.
37.
Good tackle.
That was Taylor Bell on another outstanding tackle. He's made several of those tonight. Bell's a 215-pound linebacker here for the Eagles. He is.
Bell can play someplace.
15 seconds.
15 seconds, 18 seconds to go in the game, and I think Waco is just taking their last time out.
That's fine.
Well, we got 4th down and 1 to go here, Dr. Farney. So this could be last play of the game.
Yep. No, I think I'm going to be here. I'm going to be cursed, hopefully. It's on Thursdays.
Well, they got a 1st down, but I think the clock, they'll set the sticks, but they'll 1st down markers, but the clock will keep running. So the
Got another
yeah.
Waco player down. And again, Stan, I think you're absolutely correct. I think it's a combination of early season and cramping and no timeouts left, 11 seconds. This has got to be a pass in the end zone, wouldn't you think?
I would think that Waco might run the hand sweep. And to be honest, they may not be a bad play for them. But time-wise, you'd have to say you'd have to put it in the end zone, in the air.
No, it's different. It's we're paying someone else here. So we can announce her Friday. You might have to use some announcement with Bill Friday.
Another area team are Eastview Patriots, GISD school. 35 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Trail Canyon High School Cougars 40-30. Eastview 30, Canyon 40. Even though Georgetown and Eastview are not in the same UIL district, they both are GISD schools.
Games sports next few years. Just me so far. Troy, when I shoot my Troy. Okay, because if you're not here, I don't think I can announce here. Right. Well, I keep my name Carson, man. Okay. Yeah, Rick Carson. They both been signed up.
1st and 10. Could be the last play of the game.
Should be. One second.
He stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds.
And game's over.
And the clock expired. And the final score is 17 for the Eagles and 7 for the Waco Lions. Well, that may not be the last game. Last play.
Looks like they're going to give 2 seconds back.
Oh, man.
So this could be the last play.
Well, there's still not a 10-point play, though, Bill.
That's true. Snap is back,
He dropped it. That's it.
and incomplete pass does end the game. And the Georgetown Eagles go to 2-0 for the year, and the Waco Highlines even their record at 1-1. And Georgetown has another home game next week.
Yeah. We have a game on Thursday and Friday. Georgetown's home. They're not playing Waco though, it's tomorrow.
We appreciate the work of our camera people, and wish you all well in all your endeavors.
It was a nice win for the Eagles. It got a lot of things to be proud of, and a lot of things to work on. Let's see. So Georgetown will play here at Georgetown against South San Antonio at 7:30 next Friday, September 14th. So we'll see you there.